were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape thing. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
Welcome back to another part of franchise of Silent Hill video game reviews.
So peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave.
In this sequel, we finally get a different type of story. In this one, we're not focusing on Harry, but we're focused on a different character.
She went away.
We've got to find her.
We focus on the main character. Named Henry.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
This game came out in 2001 or 2002, and they actually upgraded the visual gameplay, and they actually make the entire backgrounds and the cutscenes of the characters look realistic this time.
You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place. Waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true.
To hurry this up, the basic story is our hero is gonna find his beloved wife he married named Mary in a place called Silent Hill. So our hero has to explore part of the town while meeting some other interesting characters like this strange female woman in the graveyard who's looking for her mother. Believe me, we'll see her again in the later part of the game, since this gameplay is nearly 4 or 5 hours.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
I like this scene here. It's very intriguing.
I'm looking for a Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see which spot, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away.
She explains it.
This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
maybe. And it's not just the fog either.
Okay, I got it. I'll be careful.
So he goes on his own and gets attacked by an unknown creature. And he picks up a weapon, does his first encounter finding it. And just like in the last game, you have to pick up items and have a radio to know where the monsters are going to appear at. Also, as you can see here, or in the red table here, but more Horizon if you want to save game anytime you want. So this is part of the franchise of Silent Hill games. If you want to save your game, look at the red icon. one simple. Also, I like how they upgraded the map to make it look realistic. And you enter in this abandoned building, which is pretty scary. And you first encounter is the Pyramid Head, which is also part of Silent Hill's history story. That the Pyramid Head is the guardian to the young girl, Asa. Not to mention there'll be like a few jump scares, just like in the first game. And when you solve puzzles, just like the last time. And you'll explore like new parts of these places. And find hidden items, hidden keys, and letters. Here's the other people's history time. And this scene here, where you have to pick up an item out of the toilet, which I find very disgusting. Which is the first time you actually see in a video game. The only way to figure out the puzzles in this game, knowing the numbers hidden inside the safe. Did I forget to mention the music is really good? The music is one of my favorite parts about Silent Hill. And just like last time in the first game, and just like Resident Evil, you had to pick up items and pick up weapons. And as much as you can to carry. And realistic, I think you will not have enough pockets to carry enough of those. And you'll hear some random scary sound effects that are very spooky. And you come face to face with Pyramid Head as the first boss. And gotta admit, this is pretty scary. Sure, you can try and attack him, but he won't go down so easy. And he has the biggest weapon of them all, the powerful, big sword. If you attack him long enough, he'll wander off and hear that alarming sound, which I did not apply in my last video. That was the only time you will hear him do the alarm sound, warning the monsters out of their hidden places.
Mary? No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife. I can't believe it. You could be her twin. Your face, your
Yes.
voice, just your hair and clothes are different.
My name is Maria. I don't look like a ghost, do I?
Yeah, this is Maria, who looks like
I'll bet it was.
his wife. Also part of the story of the game, you'll be meeting her later on too, and you have to protect her from monsters. Believe me, I kind of screwed up at one time and accidentally shot her and I got game over. Next is my other favorite character in this game,
Oh,
Eddie.
James, we met in the apartment building? Yeah, I remember. But
He takes
you alone here, Eddie?
tries to take good
No.
care of the little girl, which we last saw in the building that picked on our hero.
Wait, come back! Hey, let's go after her. Huh? Laura, why?
Yeah, Laura.
Is that her name? She said, this town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza? She said she was fine by herself. She said a fatso like me would just slow her down. Forget you.
You chase after the girl, but next thing you know, you meet Maria again and end up in the hospital. Basically, this game is a so-called searching challenge. You find her.
I'm kind of tired. It's just a hangover.
You should rest.
The reason why I said accidentally shot her because the monsters were next to her. To this game's credit, it does have more interesting scenes like these ones. They'll be like hitting code numbers. That's when you know what you're supposed to do in most rooms. Not to mention the sound effect is really creepy. Anyhow, Laura tricks you when you force to fight these hanging monsters too. Next scene, you have to protect Mora from the pyramid heads start chasing after you, but it was too late. And our hero thinks that she died. And you still have to keep moving on to his place.
You can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
And then Eddie killed a person for making fun of him. And believe it or not, he'll become a psychopath and become the most interesting boss of all time in video game history.
Yeah, why not? Till now I always let people walk all over me. Just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too. Eddie? I was just joking, James. He was dead when I got here. Honest. Anyway, I gotta run. You're going out there alone?
Got a gun.
Eddie?
You fight like the most interesting bosses, including him.
Maybe I am nothing but a fat, disgusting piece of shit. But you know what? It doesn't matter if you're smart, dumb, ugly, pretty. It's all the same once you're dead.
And he's really a psychopath.
From now on, if anyone makes fun of me, I'll kill him. Just like that.
Don't know why, but I always find him to be one of my favorite characters in this game's franchise. But unfortunately, you had to murder him.
Hey, I didn't mean anything. Don't bother.
This is pretty much the first time you will actually kill a human being in the franchise. It's kind of a shame that he's actually one of my favorite characters in this game. Our beloved hero feels bad on what he has done.
Mary, did you really die 3 years ago?
Oh yeah, and he thinks his wife died. I'll explain the rest of this in the second part of this review. See you in the next video.